State weather. We now have a tornado warning in Jasper County. This is just off to the east of Pachuta, um, basically just over Paulding right now. This is heading directly over um, Highway 503 right now, directly over the community of Paulding right now, heading off to the southeast. This is going to head right next to Lake Edens, um, and about to cross over County Road 16. This will continue off to the east, heading towards Pachuta and Barnett right now. Get some stuff loaded up. Sorry, just woke up. But a defined area of rotation here. Radar indicated tornado warning right here. You can see the um, rotation here with this storm. This really formed in the last few minutes. Let me get that loaded up right now. Making sure everything's turned on right now. Okay, we're good to go. Good morning. Thank you for choosing Magnolia State Weather. Student meteorologist Ashton Champion here as we're covering this tornado warning in Jasper County. Okay, there we go. And so, like I said, this is right over Paulding right now, heading off basically to the south east. This is about to cross over County Road 16 there in Jasper County, and it's going to cross right over Lake Edens right now, before heading over to Pachuta, Barnett, and Beatrice. So if this continues on, like I said, this is over Paulding right now, over Highway 503, going to cross over County Road 16, cross over Lake Edens, and then we'll cross over Pachuta. And so that's what we're looking at this morning. You can see here on reflectivity, just a place in the line that's kind of got a little crook in it. So that's where that tornado warning is this morning. Sorry if I'm a little slow to get going. Just got woken up, so we're gonna get going here. But you can see it here. It is in the um here it is in the velocity. I'm not looking all too impressive, but definitely something here worth noting. You can definitely see a tight area of rotation there. Um, Probably one of the tighter areas of rotation we've seen, at least the tightest compared to I'd say the second tightest velocity signature we've seen today, considering what we saw yesterday there in southern Jeff Davis County near um, southern Jeff Davis County towards Bassfield. Luckily, that didn't look like it touched down, which is good. Um, we do have a damage report from 333 in Raleigh, a tree down on Highway 18 there in Smith County. But right now, tornado warning there in um, eastern eastern Jasper County. And so, like I said, this is directly over Paulding right now. This is crossing over the community of Paulding right now, crossing over Highway 503. It's about to cross over County Road 16 and is about to cross over Lake Edens before then crossing over Pachuta. So let's go ahead and let's get the cone out. Let me load up the cone real quick. Let's see, how quick is this moving? This is moving southeast at 40 miles an hour. We get the cone out. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Getting the cone out. Okay. Sorry, just having to get everything turned on. There we go. So over Barnett at 421, Pachuta 422, and Harmony at 428. This is basically over Paulding right now, and will be over Lake Edens. If it's not over Lake Edens right now, it'll be over Lake Edens in about a minute or two. So this will continue on. We'll be in Pachuta in 11 minutes, Elwood at 428, and Hell at 432. So this will quickly cross over Interstate 59 there in Jasper County. This will cross north of Heidelberg, but will cross basically over Pachuta. I'm in a mobile home in Waynesboro. Should we get out? Um, I don't think if you want to get out, you can. You have a little bit of time. Maybe 45 minutes to an hour before it gets to Waynesboro. You don't have to with a system like this, but if you want to, you can. That's really the only area of rotation we're really seeing right now. At 2 a.m., there was tree limbs and power lines down along Highway 22 on Cox Ferry Road and Alexander Road near Jackson. Um, in Hinds County, there was a tree down on Spring Ridge Road. In Simpson County, there's a tree down on Sawmill Road off of Highway 49. And then a tree down near Raleigh in Smith County. But the only tornado warning right now is there in Jasper County. You do have some severe thunderstorm warnings right now. One of those, they were thinking about issuing a severe thunderstorm watch, um, but they did not. Go ahead and get that off the screen. Sorry. Okay. Flash flooding is a concern from the Storm Prediction Center right now, just because of how much rain we've had. You do have this tornado warning, but not only a tornado warning, but we look across our area, here down towards St. Francisville, um, and Jackson, Louisiana. You have a severe thunderstorm warning that also includes southern Wilkinson County and southern Emmett County. That includes Liberty, Gloucester, and Centerville. This is for 60-mile-an-hour winds. That expires in 32 minutes. Looking a little farther to the east, including Hattiesburg, Purvis, and Jones County, you have a severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds. Um, and so that one's moving through Hattiesburg right now. You have a second wave moving into Summerall. You kind of see it here. First wave that is hitting Purvis and Hattiesburg right now. You have the second line that is right now over Summerall, Ellisville, Laurel. That also has that tornado warning with it a little bit farther to the north. And then we look up here in Jasper County and in Clark County. That's where this tornado warning is. Severe thunderstorm warning for a tornado being possible and 60-mile-an-hour winds. And so that is also slightly associated with that tornado warning that is also embedded in this line that's over Lake Edens right now. This is crossing over County Road 16 there in Jasper County, and it's crossing over County Road 3919. Trying to see what we have here. Um, Severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, just an update on the severe thunderstorm warning. If you can, please like and share the live stream. Easiest way for us to grow here at Magnolia State Weather. Um, it's the easiest way to get information out. That's kind of how the algorithm works. So, anyways, back on this tornado warning. If it continues on, it'll be over Pachuta at 4:24. I'd say roughly, let's say 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. This would barely be, not even 5 minutes. Let's redraw that column. Sorry. This will be over Pachuta. Let's say in 5 minutes, this will be over Pachuta, but you need to go ahead and be in your safe space there in Pachuta. This will be over Quitman in about 20 minutes. I'd say 15 to 20 minutes till this gets to Quitman. If it continues on, it'll eventually get to um, Barnett 422, Hale 432, DeSoto 436, Junction City 448, and Crandall at 451. Those are all communities there in Clark County once this crosses the Clark County Jasper County line. What's the reason no severe thunderstorm watch early tonight this morning? They were considering it. They said that it had a 40% chance of being issued. That's the mesoscale discussion. Um, probably just I think the storms that we had last night, late last night around 11 o'clock, may have taken away just a little bit too much juice for them to want to issue a severe thunderstorm watch. Now these storms are strengthening. It looks like because I mean you have temperatures in the 70s down here where these storms are moving through, and dew points in the lower 70s. So now we're really seeing this line kind of strengthen as it moves into South Mississippi. Kind of what was expected. So these storms are not weakening right now. They're really kind of reaching their peak right now, which was expected because these storms are right now moving far enough south where there's still um, kind of that storm energy that the storms didn't use last night. And so that was a concern. Would the atmosphere be able to recover? It looks like it's just now recovering for these storms. Let's go back to this tornado warning. Uh, Hard to see, but definitely a well-defined area of rotation here. Over Lake Edens, over County Road 17. You can't see any greens on here, but you see well-defined reds here with some weaker reds coming in. So still a definite area of rotation here. I was sleeping. I was kind of sleeping good. And that is true. But tornado warning gets issued, we have to wake up. Um, But like I said, that is basically about to be over Pachuta now. This will be over Quitman at 4:34. I'd say give it 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes there in Quitman. Be ready to get in your safe space. This will continue on to the south, maybe towards Shibuda. I don't know if it'll make it that far south. But right now, this has Pachuta in the path right now. If you're in Pachuta, you need to be in your safe spot. Quitman 4:34. They just cut down that tornado warning here in Jasper County and Clark County. Let's move it over to storm relative velocity. Here's it's a little easier to see um, the rotation here with this storm. Got a very strong outflow with this storm, but the inflow not very strong, but still definitely an area of rotation here. So this is basically over Pachuta now. Crossing over 59, about to cross over US 11, and then is going to head towards Quitman very quickly. Anyways, we'll look at these severe thunderstorm warnings just real quick. I can get a camera loaded here as well. Let me get this going. Whoops. Okay. Well, here's not a great view, but here's the view from Laurel right now. Um, just rainy and lightning. Back to the radar. Here's our severe thunderstorm warnings across the area. You got the one in Jasper County and Clark County. That includes Stonewall, Quitman, Heidelberg, Shibuda. That's for a tornado being possible and 60-mile-an-hour winds. You also have a tornado warning in there for some broad rotation along this line. You can see it on velocity here. That velocity, that rotation right over Pachuta right now. If you're there in Clark County now, this is moving into Clark County now. If you're in Pachuta along Highway 512 or along Highway 18, uh, between Pachuta or Quitman, you need to be in your safe spot there. Looking off a little farther south, more severe thunderstorm warnings. Um, this one's for Jones County, a little farther south. That line is now moving through Sandersville, Laurel, and Ellisville right now, spanning all the way down to Hattiesburg. That's for 60-mile-an-hour winds. And then you have that same severe thunderstorm warning spanning all the way down for Hattiesburg and Purvis. You have the first line moving through Hattiesburg and Purvis right now. You're then going to get a break there in Hattiesburg for about 5 minutes, and then the second line is going to move through. Next off, a little farther west, this spans from St. Francisville, Louisiana, up through Jackson, Louisiana, and then up to Centreville and Liberty there in Emmett County. That is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts there in Louisiana, along the Mississippi-Louisiana border. So that's what we're sitting with right now. One, two, three, four severe thunderstorm warnings and a tornado warning across our area here in South Mississippi and in Louisiana. Yeah, let's go back to the tornado warning. Cover our bases here. Here's that rotation. Um, about the crossover Pachuta right now between County Road 17 and County Road 286 right now. Um, this is about to cross over the community of Barnett as well. It's going to continue on to the southeast and will cross over Harmony there on Highway 18 in Clark County, and we'll head towards Nancy, Deadweiler, and Hale, and also DeSoto. So this looks like it's going to cross either over Quitman or just south of Quitman over those communities I just named off. So here's those times for those communities here. Sorry. There's those times for those communities. So if you see your community there on the impact details, look at the time that this is kind of expected to be there. This will be over Elwood. It says in 5 minutes. I'd say it's basically over Elwood now. So if you're along that Highway 18 or Highway 512 corridor between Pachuta and Quitman, be in your safe space, especially if you're in a mobile home. Remember, if you're just now tuning in, please feel free to like and comment and share the live stream. Since we're only on Facebook and on YouTube, it's the only way we can get out there. It's the only way we can share this information. And so, if you can, please share it. It helps a lot. It helps us grow. I'm student meteorologist Ashton Champion, a meteorology junior at Mississippi State University. Welcome to the live stream. Good morning. Um, Great way to start our morning. This tornado warning is over Pachuta right now, between Pachuta and Quitman. As of right now, if you're along that Highway 18 or Highway 512 corridor, you need to be in your safe space. Here, let's bring up the camera from Hattiesburg. Let me pull that up real quick. New severe thunderstorm warning. We'll get to that new severe thunderstorm warning here in just a second. Here's currently the view from Hattiesburg. This is courtesy of the North Mississippi Storm Chasers. Can't really see a lot here. Just looks hazy, foggy, rainy. But I guarantee you're going to see a lot of lightning here. Next up, here's the new severe thunderstorm warning right here. That includes Perry County, portions of Stone County, George County, as well as Wayne County, and is that George County? Yeah, as well as George and Greene County. Sorry, got confused there for a second. So that new severe thunderstorm warning is for 60-mile-an-hour winds, and that's ahead of this line that's moving through Hattiesburg and Purvis right now. So we'll get the impact details here in just a second. They just expired that tornado warning. So that tornado warning is no longer here, which is pretty good. So let's go ahead and let's move this over now to linear storm track. I believe this is moving at 45 miles an hour. Let's check real quick. Yeah, this is moving at 45 miles per hour. Okay, so let's see when this line will get to certain places. Okay. So this is saying this line should reach. Let's see. This says Waynesboro at 510. I don't believe that. Here, let me fix this. Anyways, New Augusta 439, Richton 442, Beaumont 447, Leaf 501. That's for that line in Perry County. If we move it up to the north now for Wayne County, will be over Waynesboro, 449. I'd say a little bit earlier. Shibuda, this will be over you here in a few minutes. Ignore that 451. This will be near Silas, Alabama at about 512. And so that's for those severe thunderstorm warnings there. We'll look a little farther south. Um, we'll look a little farther south uh, towards Jackson, Louisiana, and Clinton, Louisiana. This is near Louisiana Highway 12. For that severe thunderstorm warning, that's for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. That's moving through Liberty right now, moving through Centreville, and is moving through Jackson, Louisiana right now. It's moving off to the east very fast. This will be over Clinton and Greensburg here in the next few minutes before it will then cross over Highway or Interstate 55 near Kentwood and Emmett City. So we kind of plan that out here. That'll be over Kentwood, 501, Emmett at 505, Greensburg 451. That's what we're looking at there in Louisiana with that severe thunderstorm warning. So this line's still trying to strengthen, trying to find some energy still in the atmosphere. Temperatures in the 70s, dew point in the lower 70s here in South Mississippi and South Louisiana. So yeah, no tornado warning anymore. That is gone. Um they have removed that tornado warning there in Clark County. We'll wait and see if anything else pops up. Right now, seeing plenty of reports of 1-inch hail in Lamar County. That's moving through Hattiesburg right now. That line has now started to reach into Perry County. We look at this line here. That line will be over New Augusta in about 10 minutes. Richton, I'd say about 10 minutes for Richton. Beaumont 446, Leaf at 5 a.m., and Leaksville at 5:11. When this passes, you will be clear. So I can kind of give an area that's clear already. So if you are behind the initial front of this line, so like if you're in Brookhaven, Hazelhurst, Natchez right now, if you are in Monticello, Prentice, Collins, even Laurel at this point, Heidelberg, Bay Springs, Raleigh, Taylorsville, you're in the safe now. You might have some lightning lingering around, but you're in the safe area now. Overall, after that initial line passes, you're fine for the rest of the night. And you can go back to bed. Oh, for that line in Wayne County, this will be reaching Waynesboro. This says in about 20 minutes. I'd say about 15 minutes. So around 4:45 is when this line will reach Waynesboro. Good morning. If you're just now tuning in with Magnolia State Weather, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I'll answer them as I can. This line in Clark County now entering Quitman right now, about to hit Shibuda. It'll be towards Butler, Alabama at 5:04 a.m. The four severe thunderstorm warnings still active for our area. No tornado warnings. When will Brookhaven be cleared? If you're in Brookhaven, I'd say you're fine. You're having some lingering kind of moderate rain right now, maybe a few strikes of lightning, but in Brookhaven, you're safe from severe weather now. You can go back to sleep. Enjoy the lightning, enjoy the rain sounds. Should be nice sleeping weather. Here's once again a look from Hattiesburg, courtesy of the North Mississippi Storm Chasers. This basically explains it all. Lightning, hazy, rain, rain, a little more rain, but that's good considering where we've been with our drought. Severe weather's never fun, but luckily it is bringing us much needed rain here across the area. Laurel still having plenty of lightning with it. I'll actually pull up the Laurel sky cam here in a second. Laurel is through that initial line of storms, and so while there's still plenty of lightning, there in Laurel, you're fine to go to sleep now. That initial line has now moved into Wayne County, so if you're there in Laurel, you're good to go now. Moselle, Moselle should be clearing up pretty good now too. So in Moselle, you should be good there too. You still have lots of moderate precipitation behind this line. That's called stratiform rain, but you'll still be good to go to sleep. Maybe some lingering lightning, but just good water hitting the tin roof. Just nice sleeping weather. In Sandersville, yes, you can go to sleep there in Sandersville. Richton, I just saw Richton. This line's about to reach Richton there in northern Perry County. So if you're in Richton, this is about to hit you. So the line has not made it to you just yet. Let me bring up the sky cam here in Laurel. All right. Here's the sky cam from Laurel. Ignore the fact it says Hattiesburg. I'll fix that later. Um, this is what it looks like in Laurel. Just some lightning and some rain, but overall, not a big concern anymore there in Laurel. I'll bring back this one for now. Okay. So now, question about Tucker's Crossing. If you're in Tucker's Crossing, same story for Laurel. Just some lightning lingering, some moderate precipitation lingering, and some lightning strikes. But you're fine now. No more severe weather there for Tucker's Crossing. Um, is Hattiesburg okay? Hattiesburg's kind of in it right now. So if you're still in Hattiesburg, I'd still be aware this is still moving through. Normally for these squall lines like this, it's the initial brunt. If you make it through the initial brunt with these storms, you're fine. But it's always that initial front for about the first um, few minutes or so that's always the worst. So after that moves through, you're normally going to be fine. It's not like a supercell where maybe you get hit by the hail core and then the tail end of the storm is what comes around with a tornado. It's not normally what happens with these squall lines. Anyways, looking a little farther back to our region here in Louisiana, new severe thunderstorm warning just outside of Baton Rouge. This includes Central and Livingston and also includes Greensburg. That's for 60-mile-an-hour winds. So, kind of planning that for our area back here in Louisiana. 458 for Greensburg, 510 for Emmett City, 506 for Livingston. This will eventually head towards Hammond, probably by about 520 there in Louisiana. So still, this is 5 severe thunderstorm warnings for our areas here in South Mississippi and South Louisiana. But overall, these storms really moving through fairly fast. I think really the speed of these storms is one thing that's kind of keeping them where they are. Um, Storms weren't really supposed to get this far south until about 7 a.m. So they decided to move pretty quickly. We saw the models kind of think that they were going to move slower, but then they kind of moved quicker like they were originally intended to do. Anyways, storms have moved through pretty quick. And so, just by the way, if you've seen our newest graphics on Facebook, we're working on a website right now. We've got some stuff being worked on right now. We do have the new official DMA or the region for Magnolia State weather. We have cut off North Mississippi except for live streams. We will still do live streams for North Mississippi, but daily weather forecasts now include only Central Mississippi, South Mississippi, the Florida parishes of Louisiana, and the bordering parishes with Louisiana and Mississippi. And so that will allow us to do more daily forecasts You'll get to see more of that soon after I build the graphics and everything. But daily weather forecasts are back around the corner, so that'll be good for any of y'all that tune into Magnolia State weather. Anyways, here's the sky cam from Hattiesburg. We'll bring it back up. We'll look at it. Like I said, this just explains it right now. We do have some damaging wind gusts across the area. I'm not really hearing too much of hail. Does anyone have any hail to report? There might be some small hail, but I don't think there's any severe hail with any of these. I'm looking at it. Um, yeah, not a single one of these severe thunderstorm warnings have any severe hail with them. And so hail does not automatically mean a storm is severe. Hail must be an inch or higher in diameter to be considered severe. So luckily not seeing any hail issues unlike what we had last night. I mean, the warning was for tennis ball size hail. I think we got just below 2 inches in diameter of hail near Sumrall last night, but no hail with these storms right now. We'll go ahead and we'll go through everything that's still going on right now. There in Clark County, line moving through Quitman right now, moving over Highway 18 and Highway 45 right now. That line moving through Clark County. This will be over Middleton, Sykes, Linton, Chancellor, Brewer, Junction City, Carmichael, and Langsdale in the next few minutes. If you're in Wayne County, this line has basically reached Whistler and Ucutta. This will be over Waynesboro in about 5 to 10 minutes. And we'll head towards Buckatuna in 15 minutes and State Line in about 15 to 20 minutes. For Perry County, this is about to enter Richton, about to enter New Augusta. And so this has basically made it to almost Highway 15 right now there in Perry County. Leakesville, Greene County. This will reach you in about 10 to 15 minutes is when this will start moving into Greene County. Forest County, Hattiesburg. You're about to get done with this line. Petal, you're included with that. But this line is basically over the communities of Dixie, 4 Points, and McLaurin. They're across Highway 98 and Highway 49 in central Forest County. This line's over Purvis right now there in Lamar County, moving off to the southeast into Lumberton and crossing over Highway 59, or Interstate 59 right now. And then looking over in Louisiana, the line's over Clinton right now, basically following along Louisiana Highway 10, and we'll be over Greensburg, Central, and Livingston in the next few minutes. Okay, let me look at these questions that just got sent in. Is there a tornado risk with this mess in Stonewall Enterprise equipment? There was a tornado warning just off to your west there in Quitman not too long ago, but that was allowed to expire. The velocity on the storm has fallen apart. There was a tornado risk for a second, but it looks to be gone now. Are we good in Ellisville? In Ellisville, you're good to go back to sleep. You're going to have some lightning and some moderate rain continue on for the next hour or so. Maybe a little longer, but you're good to go to sleep now in Ellisville. Remember, if you're just now tuning in, if you would, please like and share the live stream. Easiest way for us to get our stuff shared. If you want to put us on a TV, you can look up Magnolia State Weather on YouTube. Streaming the same live stream over on YouTube, it's sometimes easier for people to put it on their TV. In case you don't know who I am, student meteorologist Ashton Champion here, owner of Magnolia State Weather. I'll get me a name tag eventually. We'll get that figured out at some point. We just haven't got there yet. Is Columbia good? You have some heavy rain moving through you in Columbia right now. No severe thunderstorm warning there in Marion County, but definitely some heavy rain, maybe a lightning strike or two. Not completely out of the clear there in Columbia, but I don't think you're really expecting any tornado or anything there. Around Mill Creek, you should be good in Mill Creek at this point. Maybe some lingering lightning, but besides the lightning, you should be fine. Unless the lightning strikes a tree that near you, that's scary. That's happened to me, but anyways. Severe thunderstorm warning that includes Waynesboro, New Augusta, and Greene County, as well as George County. This one's for 60-mile-an-hour winds. as this line is starting to move into those counties, moving off now to the east of Hattiesburg, Purvis, and about to move into Waynesboro. There for Petal, it should be clearing up here fairly soon in Petal and Hattiesburg. So if you're there near the hub city, you should be good here in the next few minutes. Um, I was looking at the numbers. I think we reached our second highest concurrent viewership. I remember it was about a month or so ago. Whenever storms were moving through the Jones County area, we were having tech problems like crazy. We had over 100 concurrent viewers on Facebook, which was very nice. I know we reached 70 something this morning. I'm very grateful for everyone tuning into Magnolia State Weather, just trying to grow it um, little by little, and it's just what you have to do. It's a grind to say the least. We'll go through a rundown real quick because why not? We'll start up here in um, Clark County and Lauderdale County, and we'll make our way south. The line is moving through Meridian and Marion right now. No severe thunderstorm warning in Lauderdale County, but I can imagine that it's still heavy rain and lightning there in Lauderdale County. That's moving off to the east, about to move into Tumsuba, but that line's over Meridian and Marion right now. Spanning all the way up to the Naval Air Station. The severe thunderstorm warnings start in Clark County, where this line has moved into Quitman, basically along the Highway 45 corridor all the way down to Shibuda. Um, this is moving into eastern Clark County, so if you're in eastern Clark County and it hasn't started raining very heavily yet, it will here in the next little bit. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are the risk with this one. Here in Wayne County, this line has now reached Waynesboro. If you're in Waynesboro, things should start going, I'd say, downhill very soon. It shouldn't be too bad, but 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are the problem if you're along the highway or the I-45 corridor. This will enter Waynesboro, Buckatuna, and State Line in the next few minutes. That line is now entering New Augusta, entering Richton right now there for Perry County. And then if you're in Hattiesburg and Petal, this line has moved away from you now. But looking a little farther south along Highway 98 towards Dixie and 4 Points, heavy rain and lightning over you there. This includes Purvis as well. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are the main concern. That's all we have with severe thunderstorm warnings now there in southeastern Mississippi. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts are the only concern. I guess you also have lightning there, so if you have if you're near some trees, be careful. Lightning can strike those and cause problems. I'll bring back up the Hattiesburg Skycam here in a second after we get done with this rundown. Looking off in Louisiana, this line has reached Greensburg, but these severe thunderstorm warnings include Central, Livingston, and Greensburg. This line will move into Kentwood and Emmett City here in the next little bit. We need to get a Skycam in Jasper County. I agree to this. We need the Magnolia State Weather Skycam network across South Mississippi. Let's bring up the Skycam here from Hattiesburg. There we go. This is the Skycam from Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Just some lightning, some rain, fog, more rain. The line's already moved through here, so this is kind of what to expect after the main line passes. Not an extremely strong line anymore, but still definitely something we're monitoring. Looking at velocity, I'm not seeing anything showing lots of rotation right now. If anything, that's going to be more towards uh, Louisiana right now in our Louisiana parishes that we cover. Maybe a little bit of rotation on Louisiana Highway 10 near Greensburg. Remember, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Columbia, yeah, tornado warning. Wow, okay. You remember that area of rotation I was talking about 2 seconds ago? Tornado warning on that. So we'll look at this real quick. I'll get back to Columbia in just a second. I think you're good there in Columbia, though. Yep, that area of rotation I was just pointing towards. This is over Darlington, Louisiana. Following Louisiana Highway 10, this is going to be over Greensburg in the next few minutes. Come on. What are we doing? Hold on. Let's get that there. Okay. That area of rotation over Greensburg right now. Come on. So this will be over Greensburg in about 5 minutes. Roseland at 5:05 and Emmett City at 5:06. It's heading over towards I-55 and Highway 51 there in Louisiana, south of Tangipahoa very soon. So there's that tornado warning here. This is for, I'm not good with my parishes just yet. This is for Southern St. Helena Parish and East Central East Feliciana Parish. Just outside, just to the west of Greensburg right now. If you're in Greensburg, you need to be in your safe space. Gulfport, you still have roughly an hour or so until this line of storms reaches you, but still be prepared right now. Be prepared for this line to move through later. I'm not saying this is going to be a huge event by the time it gets there, but it's definitely possible that there's some severe weather there. So if you know people in Greensburg, Louisiana, or Roseland or Emmett City, this line is moving down towards them right now. This is what it looks like on velocity. You can see bright blues here. No reds on the radar, but sometimes it's just kind of the angle of the radar and where it's at. But definitely a well-defined area of rotation here just off to the west of Greensburg, Louisiana. We'll keep an eye on this one. I want to look at the reflectivity. You can kind of see an embedded supercell here on radar. Very hard to make out. Just a kind of small little tight area of rotation right now. I'll look at the correlation coefficient. Not seeing anything being lifted by radar right now. We'll get back to this storm here in just a second. Nothing screaming tornado as of right now, but there is an area of rotation on that. They're just outside of Greensburg, Louisiana. Be in a safe space there in case this thing decides to tighten up. The Sandy Hook area. I'm trying to remember where Sandy Hook is. Give me 2 seconds on Sandy Hook. Gloucester. Gloucester's actually about to be clear for now. Like, it's about to stop raining there in Gloucester. Can't remember what county Sandy Hook is in. Give me 2 seconds on that. Oh, Marion County. That's what I thought. Sandy Hook in Marion County. Marion County is about to be clear. I mean, you got some heavy rain south of Columbia on Highway 43, but you're good to go there in Columbia, if I'm going to be honest. What about Gulfport? Right now, clear in Gulfport. You still have roughly an hour or so before storms even get there. That area of rotation still here to the west of Greensburg. It's over Louisiana Highway 1042 right now, and over Higginbotham Road. That'll head off to the southeast towards Emmett City, probably within the next 20 minutes. This shows Roseland at 5:07, Emmett City at 5:08. That line has now reached Tangipahoa and is racing off to the south towards Roseland and Emmett City right now. That area of rotation has weakened pretty dramatically, fairly fast. but I think it might get one last push trying to produce a quick tornado um, as it passes south of Greensburg. The storm will be over Hillsdale at 5:01, Hendron at 5:03, Arcola at 5:07, Shiloh 5:10, Holton 5:18, Hustler 5:12. This is in the Florida parishes of Louisiana. I'm not very good with my parishes just yet in this area, but this is for St. Helena Parish and for where in the world? And for East St. Helena Parish and East Valenciana Parish. So that's what we have for that tornado warning now. Um, Zooming back out to our severe thunderstorm warnings across the area. Um, Still a severe thunderstorm warning in place up in Clark County. That line moving through eastern Clark County right now. This will move completely out of Clark County within the next probably 15 to 20 minutes. Same story for Wayne County. I'd say this is moving through Waynesboro right now, um, moving through Clara right now, moving through Henderson. We'll be over Winchester in about 5 minutes, maybe a little less. Chicora, 5 minutes. Buckatuna, 5 to 10 minutes. State Line, 5 to 10 minutes. For those areas there in Wayne County. If we're in not George County, Greene County, this is moving into the community of Grafton and Sand Hill right now. We'll probably reach Leakesville in about 20 minutes. And then for Perry County, this is moving through New Augusta and Richton right now, about to hit Beaumont and about to hit Camp Shelby. They're in southern Perry County. Looking at Forest County, this is moving into Brooklyn right now, moving off to the southeast, moving into Lumberton right now, and about to start moving through Poplarville there in Pearl River County. Got some storms moving through Franklinton right now. The storms kind of get a little more choppy once you get into Louisiana. Sure, you have that tornado warning down near Greensburg, Louisiana, but overall, storms are looking a little weaker once you get south of Hattiesburg. You can see how there's a gap between the severe thunderstorm warnings, and that's because just in that region there that I've circled, not a lot of severe activity there, so that's a good thing. Severe thunderstorm warning that's included with this tornado warning over Greensburg and Montpelier, Louisiana. But luckily, um, at least for the tornado warning, not looking um, like there's a tornado on the ground right now, which is what we like to see. Um, we've had two tornado warnings tonight, or this morning, I should say. Um, Neither one of those have looked like a confirmed tornado on the ground, so that's very good. So this is where that area of rotation was. It was right here, crossing over Louisiana Highway 37 right now, south of Greensburg. You can see it was fairly strong. Had some blues on the radar for just a second to follow this track, but has now weakened. Let's move it over to the storm relative velocity. Might be a little easier to see here. It was fairly strong for a second, but that area of rotation has since weakened. The National Weather Service in New Orleans will probably allow that to expire here soon. New special weather statement that includes eastern Wayne County, uh, includes eastern Perry County, includes Greene County and George County right now. That is for, let's see, that is for 40-mile-an-hour winds. So um, maybe the severe potential of this storm is going down, but still wind gusts are expected with this line, even if it's not to severe standards. This tornado warning has now been cut down to only St. Helena Parish. Like I said, that area of rotation is now crossing Louisiana Highway 37 right now. We'll still plan it out as if there is still something meaningful there. This will be over Hillsdale 5:04, Kindred 5:07, Amite City at 5:12, Shiloh at 5:14. And so that's not far from Emmett City, but luckily that area of rotation has weakened um, drastically in the last few minutes. Here's still the view from Hattiesburg. This is kind of what to expect after that main line passes. Just some lingering moderate rain, lingering lightning. And that's courtesy of the North Mississippi Storm Chasers. Thank them for that camera. Back to the radar now. Like I said, one tornado warning right now, but that area of rotation has weakened pretty dramatically. So that's good. And so, really, three severe thunderstorm warnings left. Most of these storms over in South Mississippi are going to move into Alabama here very soon, but still, a strong line moving through Wayne County and Greene County right now. Sorry about that. Had the sneeze. As well as Perry County. That's where those severe thunderstorm warnings are right now. This line spans basically from Poplarville all the way up through New Augusta and Beaumont, up through Waynesboro right now. That's where that line is as it moves off to the south towards Leetsville and Loosedale. And then you have a few more severe thunderstorm warnings down in Louisiana for Emmett City and Greensburg right now. This looks like it'll head just off to the north of Hammond. Yeah, that area of rotation that prompted this tornado warning is now gone. And so if you're there in Emmett City, doesn't look like the storm will make it that far. Honestly, not sure if there will be much severe impacts with this one. Maybe some damaging winds are possible with this storm. But overall, looks like these storms are starting to weaken once again, which is very good. This line will reach Leaksville 522, Centronell 545, Loosedale 534 is some loose timing on these cells. One of the severe thunderstorm warnings in Louisiana has been allowed to expire. A new special weather statement that includes Stone County, Southern Perry County, and Western um, George County. That expires in 45 minutes. This is for 40-mile-an-hour winds expected there for Wiggins in Stone County. Severe thunderstorm warning there that was in Wayne County, Greene County, and Perry County has expired, or they deleted it. Sorry. The only severe thunderstorm warning now um, is for eastern Clark County, which is about to really move into Alabama. That is across the Clark County, Alabama state line. That's about to move over towards Butler right now. So that severe thunderstorm warning will probably be gone here in the next little bit. And then we might not have any more severe thunderstorm warnings in Mississippi. Only some special weather statements for some wind gusts, some heavy rain, and some lightning, but overall, no more severe weather in Mississippi. But our attention is still over in Louisiana. This is the area we cover in Louisiana. This is the Florida parishes. This is just off to the east of Emmett City. And so that tornado warning we have here, just off to the west of Emmett City, like I said, this has not really been anything for the last several minutes. which is why I'm not worried about it anymore. I'm really just acting like this tornado warning is not there anymore because that rotation really is gone on that one. Still, severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds. That includes Magnolia, Starnes, and Georgeville. But overall, looks like they might allow that one to expire here in about 15 minutes. But I think it's really not too long before all these storms are weak enough where there's no more severe thunderstorm warnings. So you'll still have um, a, not a strong line move through, but you'll still have a line of heavy rain, some wind, and lightning move through. But um, severe weather might be off the table here in the next few minutes. That's severe thunderstorm warning in Clark County. That's going to be allowed to expire in 13 minutes, or they're just going to delete it in the next little bit. You have these special weather statements here in blue. I'll outline it here for 40-mile-an-hour winds. That includes George County, Greene County, and Stone County right now. Just some gusty winds, no severe weather there with those special weather statements. Tornado warning has been removed in Louisiana. I can imagine this severe thunderstorm warning will be removed here very soon. Just off to the west of Emmett City. Looks like all the severe weather um, warnings will be removed here in the next few minutes. If you, sorry, if you have any final questions before we go um, off the air, quote unquote, feel free to ask. We only got a few more minutes of being live here because it really looks like these storms are going to fall below severe weather standards. Don't see any reason to stay up any longer. Um, like I've said, if I'm not live, usually I'm not worried about it. Um, so if I'm not live, really, I don't think the weather will be too big of a problem. Thank you to everyone that tuned in this morning. I know it was early. I know we got, I'll have to look at the stats. I think we got upwards 70, 75, maybe 80 people to the second highest attended severe weather live stream, and it was for one tornado warning at the time. So glad to see Magnolia State weather growing. It really means a lot, especially as we're trying to grow. Um, Feel free to tell your people um, about me, about Magnolia State weather. I mean, I'm only a student right now, but I mean, um, in about 13 months, I'll be finished with my bachelor's, so that's nice. But we still got a long way to go. Lots of stuff planned for Magnolia State weather. I do want to grow this into something that maybe hopefully I can continue doing straight out of the school. I care a lot about the people of Mississippi and Louisiana, so it's kind of what I want to do. I mean, it's my major. Those storms have now moved out of the Clark County area, so really no more storms in that severe thunderstorm warning up here in Clark County. So basically, chalk up this severe thunderstorm warning up here. This does not exist anymore. I just chalk that out. That severe thunderstorm warning can be removed now. So now the question is the severe thunderstorm warning down in Louisiana, north of Livingston, west of Emmett City. I think this one will be allowed to expire or they'll delete it. That one expires in 10 minutes. So just kind of watching the radar now. Um, Across South Mississippi and Louisiana, you can go to sleep. I'm not worried about these anymore. They're obviously not strong anymore. You can look at radar and see that they're starting to die down. I'll actually bring up. We'll look at some little fun stuff here, some meteorology stuff. Let's pull up the satellite imagery. This will be cool to look at. And so one thing I'm about to pull up is called the echo tops. of these storms, or well, the cloud tops, I guess I should go with. So let's pull this up. Oh yeah, these storms are weakening for sure. Let me pull this up here. And so what we're looking at here is cloud tops. And so what this is doing on satellite is that um, the higher the cloud goes in the atmosphere means stronger storms. But also the higher a cloud goes up, the colder it gets. So the satellite's looking for the cold temperatures at the top of the clouds. And so really cloud or cold tops means stronger storms. And so that's what we're going with right now. And so you'll see that these kind of bright reds across Mississippi and across Louisiana are starting to die down now. Maybe strengthening a little bit there in South Louisiana, but at least the complex that's over southeast Mississippi has really started to, those bright reds have started to go away, meaning that these cloud tops are getting lower. We're starting to see these clouds become smaller, which is telling us that these updrafts are not being sustained anymore, meaning weaker storms. Yeah, if y'all have any videos or anything about this, about these storms as they move through your area, feel free to send them in. Um, we can show them on live stream. It helps us get information out. Is there any more coming today? Uh, I mean, you might have a sliver over in northwest Mississippi. Maybe we'll get. I don't know. I don't think really there's not going to be anything too meaningful for the rest of the day. The next wave's supposed to be on Sunday. I don't know how strong that'll be. I'll be able to look at that after this system passes. I usually try to avoid talking about another batch too in depth until one storm passes. Uh, I think models do a pretty rough job at predicting a, like, let's say there's a storm system moving through on Sunday. I don't trust the models at predicting Sunday's storm until after this storm we're talking about right now passes. So I'll start looking at that. But I think the next rain chances is going to be there on Sunday. New special weather statement in Louisiana. This includes Emmett City and Hammond. Includes our radar site there in Hammond, and goes all the way towards Covington, Louisiana. So that's for 40-mile-an-hour winds and quarter of an inch size hail. So very small hail there. That's for these storms moving southeast at 50 miles an hour. Yeah, they're going to allow that severe thunderstorm warning to expire in 6 minutes. As soon as these severe thunderstorm warnings go off, I'm going to go off the air. I don't see any reason to really be live. I'm just kind of waiting just in case anything happens. Sometimes you don't know with these storms. Sometimes they have a mind of their own. Saw a comment earlier saying that they felt like this has been a below active spring season, and it definitely has been. We're starting to come back together right now, but um, the issue is that it's an El Nino year, warmer temperatures in the southern Pacific, off the coast of South America, um, which means that the um, jet stream has been pushed farther north. And so normally our severe weather here in Mississippi, um, our big severe weather is caused by massive trough ejections um, from Canada. And so the issue is that the jet stream this year is a little farther north, meaning that it's very hard for storm systems to make it this far south, uh, which is why our season's been fairly inactive. And really, I don't know if we'll get many more severe weather or major severe weather outbreaks for the rest of the year. I mean, we're already in late April. We're about to hit May. Our severe weather season ends in May. So, I mean, this is supposed to be peak season right now, mid-April, late April. But we really haven't had much of anything. Sure, it only takes one system. Um, but yes, it has been a fairly quiet year so far. Ignoring the Valentine storms that dropped 20 tornadoes across our area. That was very weird. Lots of weak tornadoes, but I mean, still, I think there was some lives lost in that storm. Um, but overall, still, for the number of major tornadoes, I don't think we've not had anything above EF2 this year. Here in Mississippi, I'm pretty sure. So, yes, it has been a fairly weak year so far. I'll have to go back and check that, but I don't think we've had anything stronger than an EF2. I'm actually not sure if we've had an EF2 this year, now that I think about it. I'll have to go look. I mean, but that's good. A down year's okay. The only issue is that we're still in a deficit rain wise across the state. And you know what brings us rain? It's these severe weather systems. Both of these severe thunderstorm warnings expire in 2 minutes. They're still just sitting there, but I don't really think they mean too much of anything right now. If anything, I think we'll get a new severe thunderstorm warning here in Louisiana. Look like the cloud tops on that one were still growing, so maybe this storm is strengthening as it moves through South Louisiana. Um, but not too much longer before this moves out of our area here. Yep, severe thunderstorm warning now gone there in Clark County, so we're allowed to focus in a little more on our storms here. The areas in blue are special weather statements for 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. The area in the yellow polygon down here, is a severe thunderstorm warning, but that expires in 1 minute. So that'll be gone. Yep, tornado warning or severe thunderstorm warning has expired there in Clark County. Yep, and that severe thunderstorm warning is gone. We'll wait a few more minutes just in case they issue a new severe thunderstorm warning, but I don't really think that there will be any reason to. These storms are really weakened in the last little bit. Still probably capable to knock down a weak tree. Um, but if you haven't gone through this line yet, spanning from Mitt City, Louisiana to Wiggins to Leakesville, this line's still going to move through. Going to have some gusty winds, but overall, no severe weather expected right now, which is good. These storms have weakened compared to where they were earlier. And look at that below me. No active alerts. Um, wow, that's the first time that's been off all night, I'm pretty sure. So maybe this system is about to be done. We got these special weather statements, but those are not really considered um, big alerts. Just 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. They're not severe. It's kind of a rainstorm. Anyways, I gotta wake up in the morning, start forecasting for today, forecasting for Sunday's. I think that we had a severe weather risk on Sunday. Let's actually go ahead and look at this real quick. The day one risk. Oh, it's a moderate risk over in Oklahoma today. Wow. Yeah, so they have a moderate risk in Oklahoma this morning, or well, today. Uh, that's active starting at 6 o'clock. So a moderate risk over there. Sorry, I keep clicking buttons on accident. So moderate risk over Oklahoma, enhanced risk. I'm spanning to Arkansas and northern Texas, with a slight risk all the way through Arkansas and portions of Louisiana, and a little sliver of a marginal risk here, including Greenville and Lake Providence. But I don't think that'll be a big concern. I'm just going to be honest. If we look at Sunday, yeah, looks like we have another wave coming through on Sunday. Enhanced risk over Kansas, slight risk down to Oklahoma City. But you have this green area here that includes Mississippi. So right now, a slight risk for severe weather on Sunday. Um, I cannot tell you if I'll be here to live stream that. If it stays only a marginal risk, I'm gonna go to Talladega, Alabama. I kind of want to go see the NASCAR race this weekend, so I'd probably go do that. If it's only a marginal risk, sure, it's a severe weather risk, but I mean, it's probably not going to be um, that big of a concern, if that makes sense, at least. So that's what we're seeing right now. Let's go ahead and look. Day three. Oh, we have a day three enhanced risk all the way from Iowa to Illinois to Tennessee. That's for Monday. Monday, a slight risk for the Memphis area, Corinth and Hernando. A marginal risk across Clarksdale, Oxford, and Tupelo. So, um, still some severe weather possible on Sunday and Monday, but honestly, not any major risks that we're seeing here. Um, and so, like I said, that's because the jet stream's a little farther north. We're just simply not having a ton of forcing with our systems, at least here in Mississippi. Um, Still getting plenty of severe weather across the U.S., but for us here in Mississippi, it's kind of been quiet. Quiet, relatively speaking. Um, this is a look at Tuesday's risk. Um, Showing an area across north of I-20 across Mississippi right now, showing for severe weather on Tuesday. So we'll have to monitor that. I'll have to look at that. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. So definitely a few days of some severe weather possible. Not sure how strong those systems will be, but we'll have to wait and see. Really, it's kind of how the cookie crumbles in situations like this. That line of storms has now reached Wiggins and is reaching Leakesville. Um, Still not to severe standards anymore. Just some 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts as these move through George County and moves into Stone and no, sorry, Greene County, and starts to move into Stone and George County. And now I have to find out. So do I go back to sleep? I think that's the right answer. I do think I go back to sleep. Or do I go get some donuts and a coffee? It's still raining here, but both sound like a decent option. I'm not sure personally. I would actually really enjoy a coffee this morning, but if I'm going to go back to sleep, I probably don't need a coffee. Anyways, any last few questions before we go off the air? 36-mile-an-hour wind gusts reported from the Bogalusa airfield. 25 sustained 36-mile-an-hour winds there. I'm trying to look at some of these stations here. What is the Hammond? Hammond has no wind speed readings. Okay. So a little gusty there in Bogalusa, but nothing to severe standards. Anyways, yeah, these storms really look to be falling. Not falling apart completely, but basically done. So, anyways, I think I'm going to call it here. So, thank you for choosing Magnolia State Weather to watch. I've seen we've had a few people on YouTube, which is nice to see. Um, it was an early night, but I think how long have we been live for? An hour and 16 minutes. So, moved through a little quicker than I thought it would. Um, Luckily, it weakened fairly quickly as well, so that's good. Um, I hope you'll have a great rest to your night, even though the sun comes up in about an hour, hour and a half. So get any rest you need in the morning. I'll be back getting some forecasting going. Thank you all for watching. If you need anything and if you have any questions, feel free to message Magnolia State Weather. I'll try to answer it as quick as I can. Um, anyways, um, I hope y'all have a good what is today? Saturday? Yeah, I hope y'all have a good Saturday. I'm gonna head to Duty Noble Field and watch LSU and Mississippi State baseball once again um, tonight. Um, Hopefully we won't get rained on today, which is great. I sat through 5 hours of baseball yesterday and 3 hours of rain to watch us walk it off in the 11th inning. So that was great. Anyways, y'all have a good night. Thank y'all for watching Magnolia State Weather. I'm student meteorologist Ashton Champion. And good night or good morning.